Hello, everybody. There's a couple of things that I didn't mention that you need to know about if statements, actually Booleans. So I'm going to mention them now, and I'll go over examples using them more next time, probably tomorrow. First of all, uh, if you see something like this, uh, if x equal 5 in the if x equals 5 is in the algorithm, we implement it, we change it in C++ to if x equal 5. Now this is a big bugaboo. If you don't do this, the machine does not tell you you're wrong. It just interprets it differently. What it does is it sets x to 5. So a couple of places in the algorithm I gave you, you'll see a line that says something like this. Whenever you see the equal sign inside the question for an if statement, be certain you put in two equals, not one. Second, unlike Python, we don't use the word or. The word or is written as two lines, like that. This character is the uppercase of that slash, which is directly above the enter key on my machine, and I think probably yours also. You need the two of them. It's just the way it does it. It's probably a hangover from some of the ways we do things in logic. Well, if we have to worry about or, we have to worry about and also. So and is written as two ampersands. That character is the uppercase of 7. So that's important that you get those right. Now, one of the things that is different from Python and maybe giving you some trouble is that Python has something like if x greater than 5, colon. Now that's what Python puts. C++ would write this as if C greater than 5, and then you'd have the brace to put the rest of it in. The braces go around what you want. For example, Python would write, say, would have it this way. Let me put it all there. If Python would say, if C are greater than 5, might say print X. C++ would write that as if C greater than 5, C out. X. and then we can have the brace. In C++, whatever you're going to control, whatever you would have indented in Python, you're going to put in the curly cube braces. They make them a block, and that's what you do. So that's something to watch out for. Make sure you get it right. The last thing I want to worry about is every line int something and a variable equal something ends with a semicolon. The semicolon is called a separator in C++. It separates one statement from another statement. And int something is a declaration statement, and variable equals something is an assignment statement. But notice, there's no semicolon on the if line. That is not a complete statement. It's if, then something. So the if itself is not a complete statement. It's the same way with the else line or the else if line. So you have to be careful of that. You'll get used to it. It's not a big problem. Now I use cout here. Cout I can use provided I put in the using namespace standard. And I want to repeat one other thing I said already, but I do want to repeat it. In the handout, div appears. Div is translated to just divide. Here's integer division. And you don't have, and everything you're working with is integers. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to convert anything. If you hear the word cast or anybody tells you that, cast it back to them. You don't want it. And if you see mod in the setup, then mod is the percent sign. And it is the remainder when you divide the first thing by the second thing. For example, 10 mod 4 is 2, because it's 2 divided by 10 divided by 4 is 2, and there's 2 left over. Whereas up here, for example, 10 divided by 4, and I'm going to try to get that onto one line, is 2. Anything after the decimal point goes bye-bye. Just get rid of it. I don't care if it's a 0.9. It gets rid of it. Now that's what I think. Those things will give you enough to make sure you understand how to do it. Do watch out. You might be prone to not putting in this outer parentheses. It's especially complicated when you're computing f. F has a fair number of parentheses in it. So be sure you get them right and try. We have several people who are done. I'm glad of that. And I'd like the rest of you to keep going. Remember, ideally it should come to me by Friday. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will set up some Zoom sessions. I got in a little mess today with times on some Zoom sessions, but we did get at least 2 people through, and I'd like to get more. if you have problems. So see you later now. Tomorrow I expect to put out a video with more information on the ifs and in more details. So see you later.